We're back with some Rangers transfer news. Sorry, there will be no face cam today because we're in a car and there's no internet, so I'm making the best of what's on my phone and I'm talking here. So yeah, anyway, we're going to dive into some news. Yeah, that's sort of a bit desperate, the situation at the minute, but we'll dive into the first bit of news. I went on New News and see what I've collected, so let's see what I've collected here from a Rangers perspective, because hopefully there's some good news. We like good news, but there's been a surprise Champions League boost for Rangers. After a disastrous Champions League campaign this season, Rangers will get another shot at European big guns in 2023-24. Of course, just like last year, it's basically just going on to confirm that we will have to take on two teams as before. But you know, it's a weird one because last season, right, we lost the league, which was obviously abysmal. We got the Europa League final, which was obviously great. Then we lost it, which again, I wouldn't say it's abysmal, like, but you know, it hurt. Heartbreaking. So yeah, but we got. Last year you just looked at it and went, aye, we're qualifying, man. We're European finalists, right? And then that first game against Union St. Galatasaray, man, and the arse went, yeah, we beat them in the second leg. And then against PSV, we were given no hope against PSV, and it was weird because it was kind of like they've looked at that Union St. Galatasaray game and thought, here, this Rangers team are awful, despite the fact, like, I remember we were like 9-2 away to PSV to win. Like, PSV were a good team. You know, they had Gakpo at the time, of course, and like Sangare, you know, people like that. But 9-2. But looking back, like, we shouldn't have qualified. PSV had an off game at home, and you know, obviously it gets the club money, like, but probably getting Champions League is what sped up Gio getting sacked. And was that a good thing? Personally, yes, but it's not exactly like Michael Beale has done an excellent job. So if you look at it like that, and it probably gave us more chance of qualifying for the Champions League last season. But we were playing awful under Gio at the start of the season. So with Beale this season getting some new signings, hopefully he will. We cannot afford an injury crisis like we did in defence the start of this season, and of course, we need to get into the Champions League. So you get like an extra 30 million, 40 million, whatever it is. Like, of course, like you've got the safety net of the Europa League, which is still good, of course, but Champions League's where it's at, man. You want to be playing in the Champions League year in, year out. For Scottish football alone, you know, Scotland should have Rangers and Celtic playing in the Champions League every year. It shouldn't. I mean, that was the first time since what, 07, 08. That's just not good enough. Like, personally, you know, Celtic, it'd be brilliant if we were in the Champions League every year and Celtic were pish. But end of the day, they're not, and they're going to be in the Champions League, so we need to match them and be in the Champions League too. So yeah, that just basically goes on to talk about that. There is also potential we've missed out on an exceptional teenager as Leeds United have agreed a deal to sign him. I believe his name is Josh McDonald from the Hamilton Academical. He plays for a Hamilton, let's say academy, but that wouldn't make much sense. You're in the Scottish Championship, mate. Should be able to play for him. Partly there's a fee for about 1.8 million or something. I'm seeing the compensation. Maybe 1.8 million is a bit of an exaggeration, but looks like we've missed out on him. Well, a lot of people, again, I mean, I think it was Barry Ferguson, or was it Chris Boyd, one of the two, came out and said that Rangers should not be wasting 5 million on Tillman, and now it seems like every pundit is coming out and saying that, and I feel like to a degree, everyone is just throwing, like, Malik Tillman under the bus. Like, he came off for, he hasn't been good. I mean, he hasn't been good against Celtic, but I mean, he played a pretty big role to get us into the Champions League, which we've already spoke about. Like, but again, sort of Colak, I don't know, man. Rangers were in a very transitional period. I like the comments saying not to get myself down about it, but Rangers, brother, what are we going to do about it? We need to step up, get the finger out. We need to have a good. I mean, we need to have a good summer transfer window. And guess what, guys? This is the channel here that will be covering every fucking team that we are linked with. Also, the Glasgow Evening Times have come out and it talks about 3 other big hitters that will be leaving alongside with Kent and Morelos. But of course, we kind of already know that all the other players that are out of contract, and that's basically what it goes on to mention about. But it says here that Barry Ferguson He's not even going for people that's out of contract. He's actually going for people that are in contract. And he's talking about Glenn Kamara, John Lundstram, and Antonio Colak. Right, well, in my opinion, Kamara has to go. And it's a shame that £6 million move to Nice didn't go through. You're just not going to get £6 million for Glenn Kamara now, man. Honestly, like, I mean, not that he was brilliant last season, but I mean, he had a decent few games in the Europa League, which obviously would add to his value. But I mean, what team's going to pay £6 million for Glenn Kamara now? You'll be lucky if you scrape a couple of million, man. Honestly. As for Lundstram, yes, he had a good game there against Celtic, but he's just so passive in the midfield, making countless mistakes. Just not very good. Honestly, yeah. John Lundstram, I mean, we had a song about him being the best on earth, but he's really not the best on earth, man. Let's be real. And then it goes on to mention about Antonio Colak. So, I mean, if we're losing Morelos, and can you really afford to sell Colak? I mean, you signed him for $2 million. Would you really be able to make much more money back on Colak? I don't think you would. I mean, I don't know how much left on his deal, but to me, I wouldn't get rid of Colak personally, but that doesn't mean I particularly rate him either. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the news. So, I mean, that trio could be leaving. I think Kamara's definitely gone, to be honest. But yeah, apparently 1.8 million for Colak. Like, I haven't really seen many people talk about this, but Colak just seems very injury prone. Very, very injury prone. He's always picking up niggles, like. It doesn't seem like he can play through them. And I don't know, that's a concern. But anyway, guys, that's us done. I've talked for long enough here. It's actually quite warm today. Quite warm. I think it's like 12 degrees, but when you're sitting in a car, it's warm. Time to put the window down. Because, we don't want to end up like a... You can understand why dogs, man. See, they're sitting in a car when they windows down, man. They'll be dead. They wonder the hot dog, as I said in Still Game. But anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.